Hi family! Don't forget to share this video and also like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, story. I was out today at the thrift store. I love myself some thrift stores. I'm a thrifty shopper, always been. So, it's sort of like therapy to me to have some spare time to go out into the thrift store and just browse and look around and stuff. So that's what I was doing today in my spare time. I had a few hours to kill. So, I got my mask on. I'm in the thrift store. I'm going down different aisles. So, I'm all the way at the end of one aisle. And I'm looking at some pants and stuff. And some sweatpants. I was like, okay, I need a pair of sweats. So I'm looking, I got my head down, I'm into it, right? And, it's people in there, but everybody's everybody's doing their thing in the thrift store pretty much. So this lady comes around the corner and she stands directly next to me. So I'm like, okay, let me move down a little bit. So I did. So I'm really into looking at the sizes and stuff. I'm enjoying myself. And the lady reaches her hand in front of me to grab something, and I'm like, I give her the side eye, right? So then okay, I continue. So next thing I know, she had a shopping cart as well. I had my pocketbook thrown across my shoulder, so it comes down about to my waist. And I'm like, I felt my pocketbook moving, so I looked down. This female next to me had her shopping cart pushed into my pocketbook. And she was standing so close to me. I could hear her breathing. I could actually hear her breathing. That's how close she was standing next to me. So at this point, I said, you are standing entirely too close to me. So she looked at me, right? At that point, I had really back away from her. I thought she was crazy. I seriously did. And she kept her head down, and then she looked at me, right? And then everybody in the thrift store looked at me, because I guess I must have said it loud. I was frustrated. And finally she looks at me and she's like, you are entirely correct. And I wasn't asking for her approval. I wanted her to get up off me. She was entirely too close to me. And I noticed that certain people, when I'm in stores, they crowd all up underneath me. They walk in front of me when I'm looking at something. I mean, people are just rude and they have no consideration or manners. And today, I just had it up to here. I was like, you're going to get away from me. I mean, get away from me. What the hell? If you're so close to me that I can hear you breathing, then that's entirely too close. That's entirely too close. So when I came home today, right, I wrote down some rules for personal space. These are some general rules because there's a lot of people that lack awareness for personal space. And mainly it's the Caucasian persuasion. Really. I have to say it. And then it's, I had an incident in Walmart. Y'all know the deal with Walmart. Nobody has manners in there. I hate going in there. But I had an incident a while back where I was looking at, I think I told y'all about it. I was looking at some paint because I like to paint in my spare time. And two women walked down the aisle and stood directly in front of me while I'm looking at the paint. So I backed up and I took and said, do y'all not see me standing here? You know? I did. They were pissed off when I said it. But why? You know? And they started talking shit, but they was walking away as they was talking shit. And I said what I said. You know, I'm a sweet person, right? I'm really a sweet person. But sometimes people just be trying to take me there. I'm serious. I don't say anything to anybody, you know. I say, excuse me if I need to get past you. If I touch you, which I probably won't, I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm very respectful of other people's personal space. And I expect and I want and I demand the same, you know, in return. I really do. So these are the rules that I wrote for personal space. Some of y'all need to hear this, okay? Never touch anyone you don't know. Never touch anyone that you do not know. Do not reach for anyone else's children, regardless of your intentions. Stand at least 4 to 6 feet away from a person unless you know them well. When someone leans away from you, you are probably in that person's personal space, and that makes them feel uncomfortable. Never lean over someone else's shoulder to read or to reach for something unless you're invited to. Do not cut in front of people in line. Try waiting for the person to move away from the area you're trying to get to. A better way of dealing with someone who's invading your personal space is to lean away from the person or take a step back. Maybe they'll take the hint, you know, because when the lady in the thrift store kept coming up all up underneath me, I gave her the side eye and then I looked at her like this. I'm like, really? I gave her the mean look, like, you know? And she looked at me and she still continued to come all up underneath me. You know, so I guess I was frustrated, so I just took it like, you know, yelled out, you are entirely too close to me. Because me giving her a mean look and moving away from her didn't seem to give her a hint. You know, so I had to yell at her. But, you know, I just had to yell. I had to do what I had to do at that moment. So if a person is leaning away from you and taking a step back, take the hint, okay, people? Damn. So another, a better way that you can deal with people who lack respect for people's personal space is to just come right out and say, I am uncomfortable with us being so close. That's a better way. It really is. Instead of saying, you are standing entirely too close to me. I don't recommend that, folks. Just say, hey, listen, I don't feel comfortable with you being so close to me. That's the better way. Don't do what I do. I'll admit, I could have handled it better, but I was just frustrated. I really was frustrated, you know? I really was. Some things are just like plain common sense, you know, especially during this time. Some things are just common sense. Please, folks, respect other people's personal space. A lot of people lack personal space awareness. I'm going to remind these people very fast. I'm going to remind you very fast if you invade my personal space. Shit is real out here, folks. It really is. I'm not trying to get sick. I got kids I have to raise, okay? I got things I got to do. So I don't want you breathing on me. I don't want to breathe in your air You know, I don't want to hear you breathing. I don't want you that darn close to me. And if I got to yell at your ass, I'm going to. Really. But anyway, folks, thanks for joining me. Love you guys. Toodles.